computer like I'm doing right now. I just turned it on. That
Right.
one works. I like and dislike Zoom at the same time. I have a window I can't get rid of right now. That's weird. Then you're gonna hear all the road noise, so we're gonna try to make this I'm gonna see if I can lower my seat a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's make sure what was I doing? I was copying the Zoom meeting information over to Facebook. Copy. Don't know if that's actually live on Facebook or not. Let's go find out. Okay, it's working.
Hello, everybody from the side.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to hear you.
Oh.
There's so much road noise. Julie says hi. She's driving, so she's not gonna be distracted because it's, as I said, 7:02 a.m. Mountain Standard Time in Calgary, so it is dark. So I'm gonna go. So how is two Davids in the room today? How are you guys doing? Hanging in there?
Yep.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna go share. Okay, let me go share my screen for the community guidelines because I thought this might be um, just a refresher on what to do on YouTube, what not to do, and um, yeah, because I know the last couple meetings we've been bringing up YouTube influencers and people with plaques and people with that run ad, like I don't know, on my Facebook. I don't know how much time everybody else spends on social media. Um, I see a lot of ads towards YouTube groups and YouTube courses and, you know, things like that. And that's just on Facebook itself. That's not even on YouTube. And then if you're over on YouTube and you're looking at that type of content, you're going to see likely more ads about YouTube influencers, how to grow your channel really quick. Everybody seems to have like this framework of how to get subscribers, get watch time, all this stuff. However, is any of that infringing on community guidelines? You wouldn't really know until that particular YouTuber ends up getting videos flagged or like videos literally deleted. And I know we spoke. I'm going to share this, and then I'll go into our story, which I just want to bring it up as a reminder that when we were going through training this week, um, they brought up having to go through re-education, and that's what we had to do with Julie's account because there was news stuff she had shared at one point, and that's not allowed. Just like in Canada, if you're on Facebook, you can't share news articles. You'll be instantly banned off Facebook in Canada if you share news articles. I remember when I was running for village councilor back in 2023. So that this rule about not sharing news articles on Facebook, for example, it's been around a while because when I was running for village councilor in Alberta in 2023, I knew it was a rule. So I thought, hey, I'll just take a photo of the local newspaper that shows my name and the interview with me about running for councilor, and that was banned off Facebook. Like I'm not allowed to share it. So each social media is going to have its own rules and community guidelines, and um, you know, you can flirt with posting stuff that you're not really sure about, you just have to be aware that it may get flagged, and you're allowed to get flagged once, and then on the second time, then
If you're monetized.
if you're monetized, you're gonna lose monetization on that video. Likely, we'll have to go through steps and um, re-education and say, yes, I'm gonna abide by the policies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So anyway, I'm gonna share the screen just so you can read along with me, just in case my audio is not perfect. Let's see. Where is my share button? Share. Okay, you'll probably see the black screen at the top. That's just the Zoom window. Okay, so we're on YouTube's website. Rules and policies, community guidelines. YouTube has always had a set of community guidelines that outlines what type of content isn't allowed on YouTube. These policies apply to all types of content on our platform, including videos, comments, links, and thumbnails. Our community guidelines are a key part of our broader suite of policies and are regularly updated in consultation with outside experts and YouTube creators to keep pace with emerging challenges. So on that point right there, what were they during the class this week? They were talking about. I might lose my train of thought right there. They brought something up about how, oh, for example, if you want to review some like there's like this gray area with YouTube guidelines because they say, hey, if you want to review something or you know something's kind of cliche or it's maybe against the rules, you have to make sure that in your description of your video, you're using it as that you're aware this is against the rules, but you're just kind of doing buyer beware or educational overview of a concept or something like that because um, it's 2025. We know that every business still has humans reviewing rules, but the first level of detection is going to be AI. So when I was with I haven't had any issues with YouTube myself. However, with Facebook, I'm constantly getting slapped by Facebook. And we're streaming this to Facebook. So we're gonna see if Zuckerberg slaps me today for streaming some YouTube University to Facebook. But do I know why I got banned for 48 hours on Facebook last Thursday at 1:30 a.m.? Well, I know in that time period be leading up to my ban on Facebook at 1:30 a.m. on Thursday last week, I had just posted over the course of 3 days 100 items on Facebook Marketplace. So I don't know if that was an artificial trigger for AI to slap me. I had also posted a comment on like a community group page maybe 2 days prior to that thanking somebody for reporting me to bylaw because I had my RV parked on the street in front of my house. And then that one comment I made triggered this huge community debate, and it went kind of on off on side tangents. So, do I know which one of my actions caused my Facebook ban? No, because as soon as I was able to get in, I went to my account settings and I did not find anything that I had to review, no complaints, nothing. And I'm like, okay, so maybe that was just AI getting triggered, and that's why I was like, I have not had a Facebook ban like that. Usually, when I'm banned on Facebook, it's just I can't go into, I can't message people, I can't post, or I can't go into Facebook Messenger. This was like I'm erased off Facebook. I can't even log in. That lasted 48 hours. With YouTube, if you're I think resolving any type of community guideline is going to take longer than 48 hours just because they're likely flagging stuff with AI first. And then you're going to post you'll be with YouTube, you could at least go and open up a ticket. You can't really do. I've not. I didn't have that ability to do that with Facebook. Facebook, I literally just had to wait for them to let me back in, and I'm verified on Facebook. I pay for that blue check mark. I don't know if that helped me get in quicker in that 48 hours, and if I wasn't verified, it would have taken longer. I don't have any information about that, but we do have experience with YouTube guidelines and breaching those, and um, they will when you have a monetized account, so you're over your 1,000 subscribers and over your 4,000 watch hours. Um, YouTube strikes are going to affect your videos from being monetized.
I know. I would have mentioned I got mine before we had to clear them.
Yeah. I'm going to get to that.
Sure.
The number one thing you're going to find with YouTube is um, when you are monetized, if there's any copyrights, like we'll get into all the different types of you know guidelines. They have a lot of guidelines, right? They've got spam and deceptive practices like fake engagement, impersonation, external links. Like they've got all these rules, and then sensitive content, and then violent or dangerous content, and then regulated goods. I think um, the most common strike people are going to run into is copyrighted audio, any type of copyright, because you may get away with it for like when you upload a video to YouTube, it goes through checks. So, in a previous week's training, we've gone through uploading videos to YouTube, and then when it's being uploaded, you'll see it being uploaded, and then high definition being processed, standard quality being processed, and then it's doing uh, instantaneous copyright checks. But that may not be the only copyright check it does, because copyrights are always emerging, and there may not be a copyright issue with music or a video clip or stock video that you choose at this current day and time. But in the future, the copyright holder may come back and say, "Hey, you're using our stuff. Um, you don't necessarily have to take that video down, but if you're not going to be making money from it, because any money that video makes is then going to be assigned to the copyright holder." So that's kind of like the basic um, community guideline to watch out for. Is I know with um, well, when Julie does it's on shorts, right?
Well, a bit short. I don't know. There's been a couple where I've just played a little clip and
Okay. So, I know it comes up often. It doesn't matter what social media platform you're on. Copyright music comes up a lot because, example, on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, when you're making a short little video, you can supply your own voice clip or your own music, or all these social media platforms will allow you to choose a clip from their library, but that clip is going to be copyrighted content. So, yes, you're supposed to make videos, make shorts, and do to follow trends, blah blah blah. But if you're going to be using the music that YouTube is, what is making that noise? That is annoying. Um, Too many browser windows open.
if you're using that content, you could get a copyright strike.
Hey, can I talk with it? Any music you use that's not supplied by you, likely going to get a copyright strike on it. You're going to be told you're not going to be able to monetize from that. I get that on Facebook all day long when I post little shorts and use their music. They're like, "Hey, you got 1,000 views on this, but you can't monetize it because you're using somebody else's music." And I'm like, "Okay, but you want us to make content, and you're suggesting music that we use, but we're not, so it's a double-edged sword when you're using music that is automatically supplied by YouTube on your shorts." Anyway, that's one thing that's going to come up commonly is copyrighted stuff, right? So do it like I know my all my normal podcasts, all my normal shows I've done in the past, I've used um cop stock sound clips, stock video, stock whatever, and I paid for the right to use it on YouTube, and even but they were instantaneously flagged, and I'm like, okay, so it's weird because I use those structured podcasts, that's the shows I've made in the past. Those are the shows that got me to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, but not going to be able to monetize off those content off those videos because YouTube knows that I was using stock audio, images, video, all that stuff. So it's kind of like, okay, you can use other people's stuff to help you build your content, but just to be aware, you're allowed to use that stuff, but you're not going to get monetized from it. So what we want to do is when you're making your YouTube content, um, be as natural as possible. Don't worry too much about community guidelines, but of course, if you know you're doing something deceptive or there's a possibility you're going to get flagged on it. So, spam and deceptive practice.
I did, one of my videos was flagged for copyright,
Okay.
but I went back to them, told them I owned the rights through Canva, and I did win once.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Julie says that on one of her videos, she got flagged for using, was it audio?
it was audio.
It was audio from Canva, right? So she appealed the decision and she won it eh, because she owned it because we're paying for rights to Canva. So I think it would come up the same way if you're using I know my one friend, she's got a show on YouTube. Her name's Roxy. She's in Boston. She's been using there's an app on her phone. It makes her custom music. So she can type out lyrics and she can choose all the aspects of the sound and she makes custom songs. She's paying a $5 monthly subscription for the right to use that music. And I'm like, well, use it. And then if you get flagged, appeal the decision and then see if you win or not, because all this stuff is gray area. I know that in previous weeks, we've shown you how to use AI videos for making your video content to get you started and to give you some ideas of what type of content you can make for your channel. I don't believe when you are uploading to YouTube, you do have to, there's a little checkbox to confirm that you are using manipulated content, AI content. I don't think any of our stuff's been flagged yet.
I keep marking it as that, so then
Yeah, so of course,
the more transparent you are, seems to make it easier.
the more transparent you are, seems to make your life easier. You can always, as the YouTube training this week was literally just put a lot of details into your YouTube description, what the video was made in, like if you're using AI software, where your audio clips came from, give the original creators, you know, not kudos, but like refer to the original creators of your videos, any of your video content, if you've borrowed clips, anything like that, just so if you do get flagged by AI or a human and you go to appeal that decision, you can say, hey, I posted this in the description. I said I use this music. I have copyright permission from Canva or whatever AI music generator or whatever. And we'll see how the results are going forward because YouTube's constantly changing. We know that we're doing literally weekly meetings with them. It's an hour long. We have direct access to YouTube employees if we do have any questions about what happened. I know with our one account we have for our daughter, she turns 13 today. So happy birthday, Penelope. It's her 13th birthday. She's technically under age for YouTube because they keep changing their age parameters. And the only reason and I think one of the first couple of weeks we were doing this YouTube University, we interviewed her and she was explaining what her channel's about and how she got started and what type of content she makes. And, her advice for anyone starting on YouTube, she's reached monetization multiple times on her YouTube account. But of course, when she hits that monetization threshold and has to supply a photo ID, well, we're not going to be able to do that for somebody underage. So we've had to change
Yeah.
the account name, and we've had to change the account name to my wife and upload my wife's ID, which then reset all of the monetization. So she's a subscriber she's already got, but she's gonna have to keep until I think YouTube's up the age to 14 or 15. They just did it like in July. I think it's 15 now. They keep updating it because there's younger and younger and younger YouTube people getting started on YouTube. So um we just gotta follow the rule. We're breaking the rules with the kids' accounts. We're testing the limits. I know that she has been banned from live streaming for a short period of time. We appealed that decision. They came back to say, hey, it sounds like there is a child in these live videos. And we confirmed that she is recording it as a child, but she's not showing her face. She is literally gaming or crafting or doing whatever like that, and there's always an adult present. I had to send an email to our community person at YouTube. I think she lost live streaming for like a week, and then it came back. So we are dancing around the outer edges of YouTube community guidelines, and we're just going to keep doing that because they want you to push it. You just have to not be okay. I think I just messed up screen sharing. Okay. I just wanted to see if I'm a I don't have my Zoom screen open, so I don't know if I'm missing any let's see. Anything in the chat? Nothing in the chat, good, because I'm not looking at the chat right now. So okay, we're going back to what areas play around with your videos when you're making YouTube content. Don't be too worried about community guidelines, but if you get slapped, let us know, and then we're gonna gently go over the community guidelines with you, and we can send a ticket into our YouTube reps. I have my own YouTube rep. Julie has a different one, and we send them an email, we open up a ticket, and then we see what the response comes back at, and then we see if we're willing, you as a YouTuber is willing to work within like new parameters. So I'm just gonna walk through these. So fake engagement. Um, this happens on other like there's gonna be fake engagement on any social media. I've had this conversation with YouTubers who've been interested in coming into our university, and they say, "Hey, Mike, YouTube's not for me. I bought some fake followers and YouTube slapped me and I don't like that, so I'm not going to continue." And I'm like, well, what did you expect? Like, I'm like, I know it's possible to buy fake followers on Facebook and Instagram. I get those messages all the time. I've never done anything like that because I think it's unethical. And if you're open to buying fake followers and fake engagement, you're probably a fake person. So no hates if you've done that in the past, but that's reeks of desperation, and I'm just gonna put it that way. YouTube knows it happens. YouTube doesn't allow anything that artificially is going to increase your number of views, likes, comments, or other metrics by using automatic systems or setting up videos to or serving up videos to unsuspecting viewers. So what they do want you to do is share. Um, there's many different ways to send traffic to your YouTube. You can do it organically, like sharing your video every time you upload a new YouTube video, post it to your Facebook and your Instagram and your LinkedIn, your other social media, right? The quickest way to grow your YouTube is to remind everybody you have a YouTube account, share your links out there, and then also ask them to like and subscribe, because once you have people going to your YouTube and you're asking them to like and subscribe, if they subscribe, they're going to get notified every time you upload that new video. We're asking you to do one video per week. Mix in a couple shorts if you're comfortable. Once you've cracked 50 subscribe Once you've cracked 50 subscribers, you can do lives from your mobile device. You can do lives at any point if you do it from the computer. You don't need 50 subs, but don't buy fake likes. YouTube's gonna get smarter and smart. You know, you may have been able to get away with that at some point. Obviously, it's in their policy because it's happened. Um, Also, don't worry if you do have subscribers that leave, because we get notified all the time. You've added 10 subscribers this week, and then you lose subscribers, and you're like, um, don't worry about it, because maybe they accidentally, I've had that issue where I've gone to somebody's page and subscribed, and I'm like, did I mean to subscribe? Then I unsubscribed and I resubscribed. So your numbers are going to go up and down depending on how on other factors. We don't want you to worry about your content. Just make content, and then we're going to guide you through um, solving your content issues if you're not getting traction. um, you know, we're going through the positive and negative comments on your videos, and then dealing with any of these community guidelines, because you might get into a good habit of posting a lot of videos, and then YouTube comes back and says, "Hey, you used to be able to post stuff like this, and now we don't like it anymore." And then you're just gonna have to mentally accept that, adapt, and move on with your content. And it's okay to have multiple YouTube accounts as well if you want to do different accounts for different type of content. But um, here it says, important, if you hire someone to promote your channel, their decisions may impact your channel. Any method that violates your policies may result in content removal or a channel takedown, whether it's an action taken by you or someone you've hired. Very good point. We're always getting, I'm going to call them virtual assistants. We're always getting people from foreign countries contacting us, asking us if we need help. This is how I got into YouTube. I had somebody reach out to me and tell me my YouTube channel sucked. And I'm like, I'm not even worried about YouTube, so why would I even care if my YouTube channel sucked? Yeah, I know. Might need gas today. It's fine. Um, so this is how we got started with YouTube, right? So, and they were like, okay, this is fine. We are both traveling the world, running businesses. If somebody reaches out to me and tells me my YouTube channel sucks, I'm gonna be open to their ideas and figure out what they can help me with. So it was like, but of course, everybody reaching out to you to do something is gonna be asking for money. So you got to figure out if you're open to their idea or not, if you're willing to pay them or not, and then go with that. So,
Whether you trust.
and whether or not you trust them, you want to see their work samples. And if you ask them for work samples, they're gonna send you samples of channels they say they've worked on. It's literally screenshots of YouTube channels, and they're gonna circle oh, I helped somebody go from this amount of subscribers to, from 100 subscribers to 1,000. I helped them with their thumbnail arts. I helped them build their descriptions. Like, people are gonna say, hey, I helped somebody grow their account. This is what you should do. Just be wary that if you do hire somebody, like we do YouTube channel consulting. However, I'm a community partner, and I am going to make suggestions to say, you need a better title, you need a better description. I'm not going to be making your thumbnails for you because I feel like that's your responsibility. What I'm going to do is Julie and I are going to look at your analytics. We're going to say, okay, here's what the video analytics look like. Your intro, get rid of it because you're losing all your you're losing all your viewers 20, 30 seconds in because your intro sucks. Or stop using this, maybe you've got a special guest and maybe the videos with that special guest don't have a lot of engagement. So we're purely looking at the analytics, but we also want to make sure that you're promoting your channel on other places. We're going to help you with titles and descriptions, but it's your channel, and I'm not going to promise you subscribers or watch time. I'm just going to look at the analytics and say, here's how we're going to fix it. I want you to do the work because it's your channel. I'm not editing stuff for you. I'm just going to give you guidance based on the numbers. But other people are going to come and promise you things. We've hired like I've probably had about a dozen people with my YouTube account. Did not really find any huge success with anybody. If you look at my YouTube channel, I've got like 4 or 5 different types of thumbnails. I didn't make those thumbnails. I hired somebody to make those thumbnails. So people have offered help. What I really did was I took their advice and I'm like, okay, here's what I need to do. And then I went and did research. And then I went and did more research. And then I did more research to say thumbnails might help you and get more clicks, but they're not going to help you get watch time because if your videos suck, the thumbnail's not going to help you, right? It might help you with the initial click, might help you get subscribers. It's not going to help you with watch time. So just be very wary that if you have somebody helping you with your YouTube channel, you are responsible for all their actions. Same, there's also happened. I've seen a lot of Facebook accounts. I've seen a lot of Facebook accounts get banned or flagged or taken down because of ads, where a client of mine, let's say, hired somebody to run Facebook ads for them, and then the company running the Facebook ad. So this would be the same for YouTube. If you were growing a business and you were running YouTube ads to your YouTube channel, you're going to be responsible for whatever um, video ads that third party company hired is running for you. Same with any other platform. So I know people who've been banned. I've been banned off Facebook for running ads for my business. I've also been banned off Google ads for running ads for my business. So whatever you do with your channel, your intellectual property, you're always a responsible adult. And if somebody doesn't like what you're doing, you're the one responsible for it. So just be aware that I know in YouTube, we've hired about, a dozen people to go through our accounts for us. I did not I did not find that they gave me more ideas to go do more of my own research on YouTube. I didn't find anything that they did really move the needle for us. And of course, now I realize anything they do on my channel, I'm responsible for it. So what this policy means for you. If you're posting content, don't post content on YouTube if it fits any of the descriptions noted below. Link links to or promotes third-party services that so you're not supposed to promote services that are artificially inflating metrics. This is why I warn you about YouTube courses because everybody's got their own framework for getting popular on YouTube. My framework is really consistency, one long form video per week, mix in your shorts, do lives and organically tell people you have YouTube because it's gonna work out. You just have to keep doing it week by week. Do it for week by week for 52 weeks. You're gonna see massive growth on it because YouTube is the #1 video platform right now. Everybody's searching YouTube, including Google search and AI search. Um, Content linking or link content. Okay, I'm gonna highlight this so I can read it properly. Content linking to or promoting third-party view count. Yeah, anything to game the system, you're gonna get banned. Um, this you're gonna get banned. It's the same. This is the same as Google Maps reviews. Offering to subscribe to another creator's channel only if they subscribe to your channel. I'll subscribe to you if you subscribe to me. You're gonna get banned. This happened. I see this on Google Maps all the time. People posting on Facebook asking for reviews. I've done this before. Any reviews you get because you ask for reviews are going to be deleted. It's just going to happen. You can't cry about it. Um, let's go look at some examples. Yeah, a video testimonial in which a creator shows themselves successfully purchasing artificial page traffic. Yeah, you can. I think the only valid way to buy page traffic is to run YouTube or Google or Facebook ads to your YouTube channel, right? It's like, hey, and how that would work is you would all these platforms have ad services. You're really making a video to say, hey, come to my YouTube. And then you're running that on Facebook or YouTube, and then you're choosing what type of age demographics you want to send to your YouTube. So you can pay for traffic, but they're saying how not to do it. And you can still get banned. No matter what you do, it's not banned, it's flagged, right? Because I think this might have what happens if your content violates any policy? If your content violates any policy, we will remove the content and send you an email to let you know we can't verify what you're posting is. Yeah, so they're gonna notify you. It says here if you get um three strikes within 90 days, your channel may be terminated. Again, we've seen channels where there's been a couple flags. So one flag you don't worry about, but a second flag, then you're gonna have to start worrying about your content.
Copyright doesn't count.
Copyrights don't count, but you'll be told that you may lose monetization on that video. We're not too worried because our chat realistically, we're monetized, but we're low on the monetization window. This is why we're running this YouTube class, is because we're actively every week doing YouTube training. We want to learn how to make our content better and then share that. I don't know if we're in a dead zone right now because we're going through a valley, but we want to share with you how we got monetized, the strikes or the flags or you know, YouTube slapped us a couple times, but it's not been major. I've had other clients with YouTube channels. They've received, they've been slapped a couple times. Really, you're just gonna be given a couple YouTube courses to go. Like Julie was slapped for sharing news, and that was before she was monetized. So when she got to the 1,000 subscribers or the 4,000 watch hours, and we started going through the process of monetization because there's all these things to click through and you have to agree to YouTube's policies if you want to receive your monetization. We were stepping through that for Julie's account, and then we got to the videos that were flagged for sharing news. And it's like, oh, you can continue to be monetized, but you have to go through YouTube re-education. And there's quizzes. So she was not happy about it. So I'm like, let's just walk through this together so we know how to mentally prepare other um YouTubers for this because many people are going to be like, I don't like YouTube because they got too many rules. I'm like, well, every video platform has rules. So even if you say, I'm going to go post my stuff on LinkedIn or Rumble or somewhere else, it doesn't mean those platforms don't have rules and you're not going to violate those rules. Like free speech, quote the quotes free speech is going to be interpreted differently on every other platform. And Rumble may not have rules today, and then in the future, then they may have rules. Like you're you're just gonna have to follow the rules and not get overly sensitive or emotional if you violate some rules, because guess what? Rules are meant to be broken. My rule is rules are meant to be broken, and I like testing the system because I'm a hacker. That's what I've been trained in. So I'm like, okay, let's see how this works. So, the re-education we had to do for Julie's account was watch videos, go through quizzes, and what we thought was acceptable versus what YouTube thinks is acceptable. So, really don't share if you're going to share stuff about health, you've got to have disclaimers on your channels to say, hey, I got this information from this website, and then you're just going to have to test uploading stuff and see if AI or a human comes and tells you they got a problem with the stuff you posted. So, um, just beware, there's rules. Um, let's go into impersonation because I haven't read through this. I did training this week, but I was just listening to other YouTube creators bring up examples of ways they have violated YouTube community policies and what they had to do. Because some people do like, oh, a guy, one person was like I don't even know the term for a lumberjack. He's a lumberjack and he reviews lumberjack equipment. So axes and chainsaws and log splitters, and he's had, you know, so he's demonstrating tools, and he just has to put in his disclaimer that, okay, I'm using this tool, be careful because axes are sharp, chainsaws are sharp, you can cause bodily damage if you're not a trained professional. You just have to put disclaimers on everything now because people are people and we know common sense is a common. So, um, impersonation policy. Let's see what this says. Okay, I've run into this stuff before. Um, channel impersonation, a channel that copies another channel's profile, background, overall feel. You may have seen this happen on Facebook where people get copied, and then that's usually because they're an influencer or popular. So, oh yeah, happened. Yeah. This channel impersonation, this happened to our daughter.
Yep.
So we know because she's supposed to be monetized, she has thousands of subscribers. Um and we found somebody that account's gone, but somebody download like the channel name was similar, the photo was similar. They were
They used her picture.
yeah, they were so our daughter has already had channel impersonation happen to her because you got to realize it's easy to go download somebody's YouTube videos. There's third-party tools everywhere on the internet to download them. So, you could probably download clips and do like reviews or like, just make sure that you're in. If you're gonna copy anybody's stuff to review it, just make sure that you ask for permission and you're referring their channel in your description because impersonation is flattery, but you're also, stealing somebody's views and stealing somebody's intellectual property. So, um, personal impersonation. This is all kind of come down with celebrity stuff. But channels with the same identifier. Our daughter had this issue. Somebody copied all of her stuff and we reported it. Um, using somebody's real name, username, image, brand, logo. So of course, impersonation of somebody. Don't do that unless you want to get flagged. Let's see. Setting up a channel using the name and image. So a good example I would have for this is when like I don't make videos like this, but I know other people do this for clickbait where they're like, "Hey, the real story behind like you'll find it for like business coaches like Tony Robbins and Grant Cardone and stuff like that, where people will um review them with good or bad, but usually they're using like clickbait thumbnails and they're driving traffic. They want to get your attention to either sell you something or whatever. So you got to be really careful if you're doing anything with celebrities, or good or bad reviews, whatever it is. Just got to be really careful with that. I don't think anybody in our group's gonna be doing it, but this is why we're going over YouTube policies, because I don't want to get in trouble for telling you guys anything wrong. I want to help guide you through following the rule, using your creativity and building your YouTube channel, but following within the rules. If you get slapped once, we know we got to watch what you're doing. So, I want to see what this external links is about, because I'm going to tell you that I want you to put external links on your YouTube channel in order to drive traffic to your products, your services, your books, whatever you're trying to help the world with. We want you to send external links there, but I don't know what the rules are, so I'm gonna read the rules right now. Okay. External links policy. They're gonna ban you. Um, links to porno. I don't know if they're banning links to OnlyFans, because I know a lot of people use YouTube as their top level funnel to send it to something like OnlyFans. So I'm not sure about that one, but um, links to website or apps that install malware. Links to website or apps to okay. Links to websites that seek to raise funds. That would be interesting, because we would have like, I wonder if that's how they shut down people with Trucker Convoy.
Maybe.
Because it says links to websites that seek to raise funds, right? So if you've got that's not a lot. That's interesting, because so you can have an external link to your course or your website,
But not to
which would be
donations.
raising funds for profit,
But not.
but not for like a GoFundMe or something. It says here, or recruit for terrorist organizations, but you're simply, it's interesting, because I tell people all the time to make YouTube videos to raise awareness for their charity and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to find out if I'm actually right telling people to break the rules or not. Actually,
Well,
that's good. I'm gonna take a photo of that, because I'm gonna send that to our YouTube people and just say, hey, can we do this? Because I know there's a lot of charities that have asked me about having a YouTube channel. I'm like, sure, make a YouTube channel and put links to your website or your thing. So, um,
I
of
I
course.
think that statement is just for terrorist organizations. Because
Well, it
Mitch,
says I I know, but I think it's gray, so I'm gonna
yeah,
clarify with that, because it's not for, it says or. So anyway, we're just reading through them because I haven't read through
yeah,
them in a while. It's just being aware of the gray area, because I see a lot of shady stuff on YouTube accounts, and I'm like, I wonder if this person, especially when somebody's got a second or third account with the same name, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, did this account um get flagged or banned for something in the past? So they started another account, and then they got their original Facebook or their original YouTube account back, and then they're just it just happens. So we'll see. Yeah, of course, hate or harassment. Don't want those links. I think, we're gonna say common sense stuff, but people are gonna be you're gonna be looking for YouTube channels out there that are similar to the content that you're making. Because we say, hey, go find people who have channels similar to what you're doing. Look at what you think they're doing well, what you think they're not doing well, copy certain, just go look for advice out there, because not everything, I don't know everything about every single niche out there, and but I'm good at looking at analytic numbers and saying, hey, maybe try this, diversify your content, blah blah blah. Um, Here it says, okay, links to external. Okay, I was just trying to figure out. These links include clickable URLs showing text or yes. So there's going to be a lot of URLs that look. I think it's anything that's deception. It would be like sending an email to somebody and you're trying to impersonate like phishing bank scammy like bank emails where you know something doesn't look right because it's misspelled. Actually, I got a good example of this. We're YouTube partners, so you know that if you signed up for this class, you went to IamYouTubeFamous.com. YouTube allows me to use that. I asked for permission to use it. I'm allowed. I've got my YouTube swag on. Because we're part of the YouTube partner pro. You won't see a lot of you'll see a lot of people out there advertising that they can help you with their YouTube, but they don't actually have the YouTube name in their URL. They may be pictured with their YouTube plaque, which may be legit, but they're kind of using YouTube imagery to draw people into their course or their program or to their YouTube channel. Um, so I asked for permission to register a domain with YouTube in it. They said yes. Um, we were able to register our channel as I am YouTube famous. That wasn't a problem, but I can't go to Google and have an email address with the name YouTube in it because they said it's copyright issue. So I was like, okay, I'm allowed to use the imagery, I'm allowed to register a domain name, but I'm not. I could go to Microsoft, I could go to another email system and make an email address with the word YouTube in it. I can't do it on Gmail because it's owned by YouTube. So just kind of, I'm like, I'm not trying to be deceptive. I'm trying to work within the rules of the YouTube Partner Program. Um, so let's go on to another one because external links, I was one, we promote people be using what typing in their external links. I just want to make sure that we're not telling you guys to do something that's not allowed. Playlists. I want you to use playlists to um keep your YouTube audience stuck watching your videos, right? So this is what we do this, and I want to see if I'm doing something against the rules. Because because a great way to get your audience, I don't want to call it doom scrolling because that's what I use for Facebook and Instagram when you're scrolling through videos, but the great way to get a lot of watch time on YouTube is to group your videos into playlists and then um when your viewers finish watching one video, YouTube's going to suggest the next one. So that's the best way, if you've got engaging content and your viewers like your stuff, they're going to just watch one video after another and after another, if they're all in a playlist. So let's read the playlist policy. Playlists are a great way to combine videos that your community may want to watch in it as a series. That's correct. That's what I was trying to say. We know it's not often intentional, but there may be times when playlists contain content that's not allowed on the platform. So what's not allowed in a playlist? Playlists with thumbnails, titles, or descriptions that violate our community guideline. Okay, yeah, porn again. Well, we're not suggesting you do any of that type of stuff. If you're gonna do that, go over to OnlyFans. Um, Playlists with titles or descriptions that mislead viewers. Yeah, so don't post. Uh, that's like clickbait, making a thumbnail that looks like something and the video's about something else. You're gonna just get reported for misleading people. Playlists with videos that don't individually violate our policies but are collected in a way that violate the guidelines. Educational content featuring nudity. Okay. The only way you're gonna get into problem with that is if you are posting photos or videos of books with that type of imagery. We got that going on in Alberta right now where the government does not want any graphic pictures in books in schools, and I agree with that, but a lot of people don't agree with that, so that will be settled at some point. Um, Non-sexual content, but focus on specific body part. Exactly. No nudity. Simple as that. No nudity in your playlists. Don't be hiding stuff because guess what? AI bots at YouTube are going to go through all your content and they're going to flag stuff. So don't be hiding stuff because you can't really hide stuff in 2025 anymore. Um, documentary, yeah. So no violence, no sex, none of that stuff. Um, okay, examples. A playlist of news footage of aerial bombings. I know this stuff gets flagged because there's people in the YouTube partner program that talk about war and they know exactly they can show aerial shots, they can talk about different types of planes, carrying capacity, whatever. You just cannot show pictures of bombs or, 9/11 stuff's all banned off YouTube. So you're not going to find anything about September 11th because most of that stuff's been flagged and pulled down. Um, a playlist that posts an individual's not yes. Okay. So I've not had a problem with this yet, but it says a playlist that posts phone numbers, home addresses. I have my phone number on my not in a playlist, but it would be actually it might be because I have it on all my videos, but I haven't been flagged for my phone number yet. But I know this was coming up because um we just did a whole bunch of training on lives and the challenges creators are having with lives because of course when you're doing YouTube lives, you have the choice of turning comments on or off. And creators are finding if they leave the comments off, they're not getting views. They're not getting as many live viewers as they would if they had comments on. But again, comments are open for abuse, and some people don't have this problem, and others do. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Uh, so, for example, the biggest challenge YouTube's been finding is that in comments, people are dropping phone. It's almost like people are trading secrets in YouTube comments recently, like phone numbers and home addresses and stuff like that. And YouTube's not really sure what to do about it because you can block words like you can block you can make a list of words you want blocked that don't show up in your comments because let's face it, when you're live streaming, you're trying to um chat with your audience, right? Because you may have a topic to talk about, you may not have a topic. You may just want to be going live every day to get your visibility up and then learn what your viewers like to see. And reviewing comments and replying to comments is a great way to get engagement, answer questions that your audience has, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But then again, if there's if there's positive things in there, great. If there's too many comments, that can be a challenge. And then how are you going to prepare if people are dropping negativity in there or phone numbers or stuff like that? Because you're like, what's going on? I'm trying to read the comments and you start getting phone numbers, right? And I was like, well, that's kind of weird. And YouTube's like, well, we think what's happening is um people are, it's scam stuff, right? Because so anyway, it's an easy way to get I think they're just seeing more and more where they want comments on because they know it helps drive engagement, but then how do you block stuff from showing up? Well, they're going to say, hey, if we see that you've commented on a video with an address, a phone number, like personal details, we're going to ban you from commenting, and that could negatively affect your accounts. Not your account as the YouTuber, but if you're obvious, what they're doing right now with YouTube is they're doing age verification, right? So they want to make sure there's no bots on YouTube and everybody who is com being able to access YouTube lives and commenting. They want to verify you are a human. While if you're abusing YouTube and leaving nasty stuff or leaving phone numbers or trying to scam people, you're gonna get blocked. Obviously, you can always go make a new YouTube account, but it's this the rule. I think the point of today was the rules are always going to be constantly changing, and don't worry about them too much. Just the main goal is build a channel, post videos, and make sure your descriptions are just really good because there's always going to be gray area in every niche. And not every niche has even been discovered. Let's say not every niche has been discovered or promoted on YouTube. There's so many variations of everybody's industry, and just add a ton of description to your video. Your intention of the video, if it's educational, if it's just something that you think needs to be spoken about and nobody's talking about it, put descriptions in there. And then if there's a problem, you're just gonna have a chat with YouTube and say, "Hey, I know this is great. This shouldn't be gray area, but you guys think it's gray area. But I put my descriptions in here saying this is where I got my research from, my knowledge from, the books I got it from, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I hope we can educate more. YouTube wants to be a place where people are getting factual education from and different points of view. And if we're just open and transparent about that, that's what YouTube wants. They just don't want you to be hiding stuff and promoting negativity and illegal stuff and blah, blah. Every country's going to be different as well, right? Because things that are legal to talk about in one country may not be legal to talk about in another country. And that's why they really don't like anything medical on there. And that's why I say, hey, if you want to make content about medical stuff, probably just go throw it up on Rumble or a different video platform, but still practice your skills of making content, getting in front of the camera, being comfortable with that, and then sharing your video content with people because um, I don't think that happens enough is sharing your links and sharing your content. The best advice I've ever received from any business coach is to post on social media every single hour of every single day, 24 posts per day, and just realize that even if you're a celebrity with a million followers, nobody's going to see your stuff. Nobody's going to see your stuff unless they're looking for you. And when they go look for you, if you're only posting once or twice a week, that's not enough activity to get somebody interested about the product or service that you're selling. So if you see somebody posting a lot on social media, applaud them for that because it is a lot of effort. Um, it's a there's burnout involved. It's emotional drain. You don't feel great every day, but if you don't post stuff on the internet and promote yourself, your audience is going to forget about you. Not everybody's going to forget about you, but a lot of people are going to forget about you. It's like me sending out the newsletter once a week. I get people every single week saying, I don't want to see this newsletter. And I'm like, great. There's a link at the bottom to unsubscribe. Please go unsubscribe because you've signed up for my newsletters and I only send them once a week. I'm not sending them every single day. If you don't want it, just unsubscribe. But still, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube if you like my content. So we can still, I don't know what you want, but obviously you like some of my content. You just don't want to be reminded about it. That's okay. Just unsubscribe. I'm not going anywhere. Anyway, um, it's been an hour. We're here at our house to do our garage sale, so I'm just gonna. I have not looked at comments, so I have no idea if anybody left me any comments in the chat. Something in the chat. Did anybody have any questions for us before we jump off? No? Oh, Edward's in here. How you doing, Ed? Oh, maybe he's not there anymore. Okay. All right. Anyway, again, I'm Michael Duffy from IamYouTubeFamous.com. We have this is week 22 of YouTube University, where my wife and I were both monetized YouTubers. part of the YouTube ch partner program. We're here to help guide you through your um, building your YouTube channel. The goal is to help you get to your first 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 watch hours. And if you're struggling with your YouTube channel and you're not at those parameters, let us know. We'll do a review of your YouTube account and tell you exactly what you need to do in order to get your YouTube channel to those metrics. You can always go
Thanks,
to,
Mike. I'm here. Just want to say hi. My camera's not working, so
oh, that's okay. That's okay. As I said, we're here. We're gonna do this for years because there's a lot of people who need help with their YouTube channels. It takes me a while to go through all the reviews. So anyway, thank you for everybody for showing up. If you need anything for your house and you're in Alberta, we've got a garage sale the next 2 days.
We're at Dollar Tables.
Free stuff, dollar tables, everything must go. If you got any questions, you can go to my Facebook and just DM me, and I'll send you links and our address and all that stuff. If I sound terrible, I've been sick for like 4 days, and it's like the first day I've got my voice back. So, anyway, I think I've lost it again because I've been talking for an hour. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next week, same time, same place. If you got any friends who are interested, this is live streaming on Facebook. They can sign up for reminders at IamYouTubeFamous.com. They'll get an email reminder. And we're building that out. Soon you'll be able to type in your channel number and we're building an app over at IamYouTubeFamous.com. It's sort of up right now. It's not finished, but we're working on building a virtual coach for you where you can get coaching guidance from an app which will, help you keep track of your YouTube channel and your uploads and all that stuff. It's in the works. It's not quite finished, but it's there at IamYouTubeFamous.com. Have a great day. We'll see you next Saturday. I'll talk to you guys later.
cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Have a great week.
Have a great week.